Hello everyone. A quick introduction to keyboard and mouse controls. You can find them in the third gem and in this icon options, and then if you click on controls, right here you can find the toggle mouse mode, which is basically changing from seeing the mouse on screen and using the mouse to move. You have the mouse sensitivity, you have the camera leg rotation as well, and you have all the keys that you can configure, right? So the was the key to move, the jump, the crouch, and you have 3 speed to move, the walk, the run, and the sprint. You can also roll, tapping twice the crouch key, which is this one in this case, the left alt. You have auto run, and you have in general an interact button. I would suggest to use E pretty much for everything. So when you have to pick up an item on the ground, you can press E. When you can interact with an NPC, you can press E. When you want to open a door, if the door is openable, you can press E, and so on. When you want to mount on a horse, you can also press E, and so on. So E is kind of your generic interact key, and I suggest you to use it as much as possible. The toggle combat mode is tab, so you enter and exit combat mode with tab, where you see a different crosshair appearing, and you have special abilities that I will explain in a second, and then you have some shortcut for the typical most used windows. If you want to see all this information in a nice layout, you click on the help icon and then you click on movement and keys, and you see here everything explained. So the numbers are usually assigned to the shortcut slot. I mean, it's up to you. You can also assign shortcut to other keys, but we suggest to put it here from 1 to 0. And these ones are assigned through the shortcut window, which is this one. There is a video about it, so if you want, you can just look at that. It explains how to configure it and how to keybind everything here. This window is extremely important because it helps you in combat, so be sure that you configure it properly. Then you have the combat mode we just spoke about with the tab, the movement, and then when you are in combat mode, you have these green buttons, which are the select special attack. So for example, my character, if I go under skills, and I go under weapons and under mace and hammer, as a specific combat move that he can use, like arm smash, break the guard, and such, right? These ones are automatically equipped when you equip the weapon. So in this case, I have this mace equipped, so my character is using it at the moment. And so when I go in combat mode, if I press Q, I will cycle through the different combat moves, right? And in theory, if I press E, I will cycle through the ones that I have on my secondary weapon. But I don't have a secondary weapon, I have a shield, and so actually there is nothing to select in this case. Remember that when you are in combat mode, you can also use the shield like this to block if you press the right mouse button, and if you press the left mouse button, you will attack with your primary weapon. And it is also explained here in this mouse area. You can zoom in and zoom out the camera with your mouse wheel. So if you want to go like in first person, you can just zoom 100% in, and you can also zoom out to see from an aerial view. Okay, so other important keys, the toggle walk and run, the sprint, the crouch. Yep, and that is pretty much it. So you can change everything in the settings, and that completes this tutorial. Bye bye, see you.